Hi, everyone. This is Michelle Gramolia, the President and CEO here at Woodland Pond. Today is Tuesday, June 28th, and this is my regular noontime address for a Tuesday. So today is very busy on campus. I would like to first thank everyone for your flexibility, your understanding, your willingness to do whatever is needed in order for us to be a successful partner for Peacock as they film this episode of Poker Face. Today is the first day of filming. As you can tell, if you look outside, all things filming are very much underway. We are right now hopefully going to be wrapping up rather soon the filming out in the front entrance. And once that happens, there'll be a lot less interruption to the flow of foot traffic and the way that we're routing deliveries and guests and all that kind of stuff. So I do have the master schedule, and based on the master schedule, it looks like unless I have to do additional retakes on another day, that this is the only morning that they're going to be filming at the front entrance. So I'm hoping that sooner than later, the front entrance does get cleared out. But for now, folks can park as close as they can to the library entrance and go kind of sneak through the library entrance. If you can't get through that way, we've got staff over there. They can help you come through the library door or the side door there by the library and so forth. Just in terms of visitor parking, it's been sort of in flux. Currently, visitor parking is, or overflow parking or for whatever, is going to be in the health center parking lot. So again, we do expect that as the sets are finalized and construction on the sets is completed, there will be fewer Poker Face people here. So you'll still have the big trucks and trailers and so forth, but we're hoping we have a little bit less pedestrian traffic, a little bit less parked cars. But if you do have an issue and for some reason you can't find a close enough parking spot, just bring your car to outside the library here, and one of our staff members will go park it for you. And then as spaces free up, we'll move them closer to the main entrances. So again, if you need anything at all, you have any safety concerns, you have any concerns at all, questions about where to go, please call concierge. We're going to do whatever we can to help. Most of us have sort of put our day jobs to the side for a couple of days. I mean, obviously we're working on the important things, but things that were on the to-do list and can wait until next week will wait, so that we're here to accommodate whatever you need. A couple of things that changed since my update yesterday. So it turns out there are a lot of unions involved when it comes to filming, and they have very specific requirements when it comes to how extras, where they're given space to sit, how much space is needed. There's COVID precautions and all kinds of things. So although this was not planned for, we did actually have to hand over the game room to the Poker Face folks. So we were luckily able to reschedule everything that was in both the classroom and the game room. We didn't have to cancel a single activity as far as I can recall. So there are signs on all of the doors, but basically the general rule of thumb at this point is if something was scheduled for either the classroom or the game room, or is typically held in either the classroom or the game room, this week and next week for part of the week, those activities will be in the art studio. A couple of them are in the pack, but you'll see the signs hanging on the door, so you can go to the art studio and see what's there. All of the cards are going to be happening there, with the exception of, I believe, Mahjong is going to the 4th floor central wing. But again, these schedules are going to be on Connected Living. They'll be on the signs. All of the changes will be there. Happy hour overflow will go out to the patio. It's absolutely beautiful day for that. We expect Thursday to be the same. So hopefully the weather gods continue to cooperate, and we can kind of just sort of work through things flexibly. One other change that you're going to notice today is we did decide to route all of the traffic between Central and South through the 4th floor connector rather than the 3rd floor connector. So the 3rd floor has a piece of construction there that's related to filming. And although there was a wide enough gap for a stretcher and residents, it's just as easy for folks to use the 4th floor. So rather than, going through from South to Central or Central to South on the wing there, the short wing on the 3rd floor, you're either going to go up onto the elevator and across the 4th and then back down, or vice versa. So and there's signs for that as well. You of course can always go outside. But again, it's the same distance. It's just a different floor in terms of which elevator you take. So if you have any questions on that, please let us know. EMS is also aware that that's how they should come through, and we would direct them that way if they do have to get to anybody. We do know, and we are working as much as we possibly can to address the fact that many of the production staff are smoking on campus. We have reiterated over and over again that this is a smoke-free campus. Turns out that their production is smoke-free as well, but clearly, I guess folks are not really being held to that. So it's going to be absolutely critical before Poker Face is allowed to leave the campus and sort of say goodbye to us next week, that they clean up every cigarette butt, and we will definitely hold them to that. So please just be patient. We are working to address it with them, but I don't know that the behavior is necessarily going to change, whether we like it or not. So what we have to make sure is that at the end of the day that we're not littered with cigarette butts. So we will make sure that that is something that we hold very close and require of Poker Face. I do just want to mention one thing. Yesterday, I had indicated that I had spoken to production about different sounds that you might hear, loud yelling, different dramatic sounds. And I mentioned that if there was any kind of a gunshot or explosion, that those would happen through the computer. And I actually was able to later confirm that there won't actually be any shooting scenes on our campus. So there's not going to be any shooting with a gun on our campus at all. So I know a number of you had asked about that. Obviously, there's some sensitivity here on campus about gunshots and so forth, and understandably. But I was very pleased to know and to confirm that although there is a scene that involves a shooting, to my knowledge, I'm able to see even on the schedule here that happens at the stage that Poker Face has constructed in Newburgh. So there will be no shots fired here, even fake shots. There is no live ammunition. My understanding is that any weaponry that the police are holding, because there are a few police scenes, you see their gun belts. My understanding is that those are plastic. So it is my understanding at this moment, in speaking with the crew, that there are no real firearms involved with production, and that there's no real ammunition. I know a lot of you are sensitive to that, not only for our experience here at Woodland Pond, but because of the incident that happened in filming with Alec Baldwin last year. Certainly, we would never want anything like that to happen again. I think I had asked concierge and my team to share with me any questions that have been arising in terms of questions from residents and so forth. And I think that was pretty much the extent of it. On a non-filming related matter, Rob Dunn has asked me to remind everyone that Monday is a holiday for us. So if you have housekeeping scheduled in independent living, there is no housekeeping on Monday. So just keep that in mind, and then you would resume your normal schedule in 2 Mondays. So that would be for Monday because it's a holiday. There is no filming on campus. Just to go back to filming for a second, there's no filming on campus Saturday, Sunday, or Monday of this weekend because it's the 3-day weekend for 4th of July. There will still be a presence of, the set will still be here, and the trailers will be here and so forth, but you shouldn't see the people that you do and the cameras and so forth. And then they will resume on Tuesday of next week. One final note from Gretchen, there are signs outside of some of the areas down the hallway by the PAC that say do not enter. They're hot pink. If you see those, if you look carefully, it says crew. That's to keep the crew out of our spaces. That is not for the residents. So as far as we're concerned, anything down that hallway is open for you. So that would be the salon, the pool, the fitness center, the art studio, and the PAC. The conference room we have turned over to Poker Face just so that they can store things, and that was decided a couple weeks ago. So if you see those do not enter signs, that's directed towards the crew, not the residents. As always, if you need anything from me and you have any questions, you know how to get in touch with me. Again, I've pretty much cleared my schedule to be available to help with things and to answer questions, be a runner, whatever it is. So thank you again for all of your patience. And I will catch up with you soon. Thank you.